So, if you want to delete the fourth field, for example, if you see this one, the everything is 1. So, I do not want this information, I want to eliminate it. So, I want to delete the fourth field on each line. So, in this case you have to put awk, right, and this $4 is a fourth column, that should be empty, right, do not write like this. Then write the print test 9 not date, okay, this is test 9. So, this is the output, this is a test 10, right. So, here this is we put this invert commas without any field. So, it is eliminated. If you see this column is present, this column is present, this column is present, this is the fourth column, right, this is not present and this is fine here. So, you can eliminate any column, right. So, in the file. Now, if you see this one, okay, so this is not in order, right, this is arranged in chaos. So, is it possible to arrange this in order, because it is better if you have in a specific order. For example, it is 9 n minus 9.5 and 39.1. So, 10 should be like this, right. So, C A, right, this should be like exactly 8.4. So, this is 38.1. So, if it is arrange this, that looks good, right. So, if you do this, we can also place the file fields in the specific order. So, we use various formats like the A format or D format or S format, right. So, also use option printf. In the earlier cases, when you print, which command we used? Print, just print. So, we do not give any formats. So, to give any format, so give printf for the format, then the programmer knows that they are giving some format, right. So, now we have to specify the fields, what are the fields you want to write. So, here because this is the one we need, right, this is the want to write 1, 2, 3, 4, these are 4 fields you want to write. So, you put $1, $2, $3, $4 and which order you want. What is $1? This is a number, this is integer. So, integer you can write in D, right, like in Fortran we use this I format. For example, this ampersand 3D means this is 3 places, right, 3 places in numbers. So, we will give 3 places, right, if you see this is 1, 2, 3, right, 1, 2, 3, right, gives this order. And what is $2, second field?
String.
Second field is string, this is string, right, this string. So, string we use this S format, it is same as A format in Fortran, right. So, this is S. So, how many fields do you need? If you need 1, you put 1, if you need 2, you need 2, right. When you look at this PDB, so we have 3, sometimes we get OD1, OD2, NE1, NE2, right. In this case, if you put $3S, then you allocate 3 fields, right, for 3 spaces for this integer. So, 3, so 1, 2, 3, right. This second one is written here and the third one is $3. What is $3? Number. This is the decimal. Decimal means we have some numbers plus some decimals, right. Then we need to specify how many digits do we require after the decimal point, right. So, we can use the same F format in the Fortran. So, here also use F 9.2 F. So, what is the meaning of 9? What is the point of point 2? Point will tells you this mentions how many total fields and totally how many fields after the decimal. So, how many space after the decimal? 2 places, right. So, 2 places after the decimals and totally 9. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right. So, if you write 9.3 F, what will happen? So, you put 1 more 0, right, 1 more 3, right. You put 9.1 F, then you will cut 1, right, it will not justify this one. So, it will cut the last digit and we do that. So, now if you want to write any records in order, you can use this specific formats. for the string we use S, for the integer we use D, and the decimal we use F, right. And you should match the fields. If you write wrong way, for example, if you write $2 $1, what will happen? If instead of if you write $2 comma $1, this is format mismatch, right, because the second one is the second one is the string, but we give D. If format mismatch, it will give error. So, if you specify any format, then you have to make sure that, right, it should be with the match with these fields, right, because this same order it will take in this order. So, the order is also important, right, and you can add a new line. So, this back underscore, that is n. So, now the question is, so we did two steps. One is we have the 5 fields, we wanted to write only the fields 1, 2, 3 and 5, and with this result, right, we arranged in order. Is it possible to eliminate this 4th column and write the remaining in any order, in a specific order, right. So, we can combine these two commands and make one common command, right. Awk $4 is equal to inverted commas, this means that you need to omit, and write everything in printf. So, this will first section, this will, what will happen here? This will omit the column number 4, right, omit column 4. Then what printf will do?
Format.
Specific format. What is this one? This is a format what we require. Then what is this one?
Fields.
This is a fields. So, if you see this one and this command, can you see any difference? Right, here 1, 2, 3, 4, because we are taking this 1, 2, 3, 4 continuously. Right, here we instead of 4 we are writing 5, because in the input file we are eliminating 4 and this is number 5. So, same format we use. So, finally, we get the same result. So, instead of using 2 commands, that is 17 and 18. So, in 1 command 19 we will get all these things, right, you can do that. Then also we have some different formats for the decimal integer, for the string, right, integer, right, the decimal integer and so on. So, many formats, right, you can use. Also you can use some precision also, right, $D, $write, $O, number of minimum digits to print and so on. So, now the next question is, right, so whether we can print the first 3 lines. What is this one, this record? It is a PDF file, right. So, I want to print the first 3 lines, right, first 3 lines. How to print this? So, if you n is less than 4, earlier we use the command to print line from 15, that is more than 14 we printed that. So, if it is less than 4 means it will print only the first 3. So, okay, this is the output that is here. Now we come to the important aspects, mainly how to manipulate the PDB files, because PDB is widely used, right, we can get various information from the PDB. So, it is important to manipulate the PDB files, right. So, how to get the records or the lines which contains atom. What is the meaning of the atom record? Mainly the coordinates for the all atoms, not the heteroatoms, right. If you want to have the records of the all atoms in a protein or in a DNA, right, then you can see this is get these atoms using a command awk, you can see this should contain atom, right. If it is this backslash means it should contain atom. So, here this is an atom, right. So, it will search the file and wherever we have the atom that will present, because we give print, we did not mention that it will print 1 or 2 or anything. So, we print the entire line, we can see that. Okay. So, now if you are interested to see a sequence, where is the sequence information present in the PDB file? How to get the sequence information in PDB file? Sequence, right. Okay, this is the column which contains the information regarding the sequence. So, if you want to get this awk, so if you get the sequence where you find the sequence, where we are not mentioning which column we need to search. We are just giving the command give the program finds secrets anywhere and print the entire line. If its secrets is present anywhere, it will print, right. So, here identify secrets here and print the entire line. So, we will get the sequence information. So, now we go to the another step. So, if you want to get the atoms of A chain, where do we get the A chain? This is the PDB file, right. So, we need to get the coordinates. Where shall we get the coordinates?
Atom records.
Atom records. Where is the chain information? Is here. So, fifth field 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right. Chain is A chain, right. If you write $5 because $5 is A, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $5 contains A and print. Shall we get the A chains atoms? No. Why we do not get the only the, we will get A chain along with the additional information. You can see all the A chain information, this A chain information, we will get the records, but along with we get these additional information. Why we get this additional information?
So those are also satisfying the criteria.
Yeah, here also if you see this A is here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this A, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this A here, right. Likewise, if you see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is A here, here if you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 A is here, right. So, this means if you give this command, what will it do? It search field number 5 whether it contains A. If it contains A, it will print, right. So, if this is like some A's print, this is not the desired one, we do not need this, we need only the atom records. So, in this case, how can we get the atom records?
First field should be atom.
Right. So, we can give another condition, right, the first field should be atom and then fifth field will be the A, then we can get this, right. So, this contains atom, any record which contains atom, and this is the AND condition, fifth column starts with A, right. This is if you put the tilde symbol, this starts with A, then you print. So, here we are taking two conditions. Last time in the fifth column we mentioned this contains A. Now, we are giving the restriction that should start with A. If you give only 5 starts with A, right, you can eliminate this, you can eliminate this, you can eliminate, but this no, this starts with A, right, fine. So, now if you this one, right, the fifth one starts with A and always also it contains atom record. So, now you can check with the atom anywhere atom, right, and the fifth column is A, then you print. But if this record contains atom somewhere, for example, here there is an atom here, then that will print. Fifth is satisfies with the A and this is atom, that will print. So, if you can strict condition we can give, okay, $1, right, this is atom and the $5 starts with A and then you can print. So, it is very strict condition, $1 should be atom. So, in this case we will get only atom records, right, and the fifth column is A means that is only chain information. If this is the case, definitely you will get the correct result, right. Then this case you can get the all the atom records, right, without looking in the PDB file, just give this one command, right, you will get the all the atom coordinates, right, for the in the PDB file. Okay, then the next question is field starting with A, right, whether you can contains A or you can starts with A. For starting with A, you can put this symbol, right. So, A. So, here if you see test 2 1 2 3 4, right, you can see starts with A, right. So, then you can print, right. Earlier we see this is the right. So, this is equivalent to atom, right. So, the $1 equivalent to atom, this is not the case, okay, here this is equal to atom $1 and $5 is A, then we get this, but here this is starts with A, right. This is a difference. One we can say either this contains only A or it contains only atom, or you can say this contains A or starting with A or ending with A. So, various aspects we can search. Okay, here one is we can see with A, or it contains A or it starts with A. As you can see, this is start with A, all the fifth one which starts with A you can print. Likewise, you can also print ending with some number, some letter, this is yes. So, this is the one we need to do $4, right, this ending with this yes, you put the yes dollar, right. So, you can see the everything this ending with yes. Fourth column 1, 2, 3, 4, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, right, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4 end with yes, because this is the one field. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, right. So, you can search with various options, either any line contains a character A whatever, or it starts with the character, or equivalent to the character. Equivalent to is very strict, because that is should be only that atom, or ends with any of these characters you can give. So, now next question is, I have a question, I need to find the atoms with no lysine residues. So, if you see this one, for example, if you want to see the disulfide bonds, whether any protein contains cysteine or not. So, we see the records, in this case if you have no lysine residue. So, here we use exclamatory symbol here, right, $1 should be atom and $4 should not have lys. So, if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, right, this is the data, is lys means it will omit, right, without lysine it will give you all the data, and the print everything means it will print the entire line. So, if the printer entire line except the lines which contains the lysine. Now, another important aspect is, when we discussed about the contact maps or the long range order, we discussed about the C alpha coordinates. We calculate the contact between C alpha atoms, right. In this case, the PDB file we need C alpha coordinates. So, we need to extract the C alpha coordinates from the PDB file. Directly you can get, how to get the C alpha coordinates, there we can give the conditions. First one, $1 should be atom, this is fine. Then where is the C alpha? 1 to third column, right, and the third column should be CA. If it is there, then you can print the entire line. So, you will get the C alpha coordinates. Now, we have also possible to give either or. We can see the records with either lysine or with the alanine, right. So, here we give the information $1 is atom, because we need the atom records, and $4 because here is the one we give the residue name. So, there is should be lysine, this is the symbol, right, for the R, right, this one will give, so and give this $4 is alanine, then you print, right. So, then we can see that this contains, right, with the alanine or with lysine. So, likewise you can see various other symbols, like the assignment plus or equal to, or the minus or equal to, and so on. Like we have the logical operators, so this like the or the and, we can see this or this is the and also you have the regular expression, right, you can see any of these regular expression you can use. Relation operators you can use, addition subtraction you can add plus or minus, right, as well as the multiplication, division, and so on. So, you have various operators available, right, in the awk programming. You can use these operations, right, for manipulating these files. I will give a few examples. So, one example, find the atoms with the residue number 141. Where is the residue number here? This is the residue number, right. So, if you write $1 is atom, because we need the atom records, and $6 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that is equal to 141, okay, this is $6 equal to 141, right, then you print. So, it will print all these things, right. If it is 141 is here, then you will print other records. Likewise, you can do for any for example, if you want to grab a particular residue like glycine in 3. So, then you put the conditions, so okay, the atom, so the residue names, this column 4 column will be the glycine, and the 6th column will be say 10, you can get the information, right. If you see get any specific coordinates for any particular residue. It is also possible for the operators. Now, we can do various operations like plus, minus, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, right, many operations you can do. First, I show one example, get the difference between two columns, for example 8 and 7, right. So, how to get the difference? So, here just to give subtract. So, if you want the between 8 and 7, here this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right. So, if you get the difference between these two columns, just we write, okay, because this is the coordinate. So, we put atom. So, print $8 minus $7, otherwise this will work, print $8 minus $7, this will also work in this file. So, if you take 8 minus 7, what is the result? 43 minus 14 plus 14, because we are subtracting. So, 57. So, this is fine, right. So, this column, this 7 and 8. So, you can have this data for all these coordinates, right. You can get subtraction. Okay. So, now I give some more examples. For example, if you want to replace the absolute value, so we do not want to have this negative values, you want to see the absolute values for any field. So, for I equal to 1 to NF, what is NF? Number of fields. So, if you want to do it for any particular field, you have to give the particular field, any particular field, say 7th field. If you want to do it for the entire ones, right. So, then you can give this one, right, I equal to 1 to the entire field and I plus plus, right. If I is less than 0, y is less than 0, negative values, right, less than 0, then you replace this I by $I by minus $I, right. So, this sorry minus $I by $I. So, whatever you have the minus values, that will be replaced by the positive values, right. So, if you see this one, okay, here we have this minus value here, right, and you can see this minus value is replaced by the plus values. So, here you can replace any of these values by the absolute value, right. Either you do it for any field or you can do it in particular field. If for a particular field you have to mention the field number, or any field means you can do it with n to all field. So, you can do it. So, finally, you can replace it. Then also you can do some calculations you can do, right. So, here I want to sum up the numbers in each line. So, this is the output file, say this is testfile.date, right. I want to sum up all these files. So, how to do that? So, I equal to, this is the field. So, take from here to all the fields, right, and then I plus plus is summing up. So, j plus equal to $I. So, you are adding the each variables here, right, and finally print j. So, print j means this is the sum of the values, because we give j plus equal to $I, right. So, j equal to 0, because we need to write this final answer. So, finally, what will happen to the here first, the first one? So, if you add up all the numbers, this number will be 169, 149. So, this line, if you see, the actually this is the composition of an amino acids, right. Here this is output for a specific different amino acids. Okay, this is the occurrence, okay, this is the composition of a pair. So, likewise it is going on. See 149 amino acids, what is the composition? Normalized by total number of lengths. So, if you add up everything, what will happen?
100.
Should be 100, right. So, this is a composition. So, if you add up all these numbers, this is 100, that means that is correct, right, because if you see the proportion 16 is 10, 1 is 0.67, 11 is 1.38, right. So, 16 divided by 149, we get this number. So, finally, if you add up all these numbers, right, you will get 100. So, if you have any files, you can write just one simple code with awk and you can do the calculations, you can add, you can subtract, right, you can do anything. So, now if you want to add all the numbers in a particular column, so here we added the all the numbers in all the columns. We are talking about these different columns. So, here if you want to add this wise, right, how to do this? So, here what is the column number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, column number 7. So, here we start from the beginning to the end, right, then you print A. So, here how many columns here? So, based on this columns you can add up all these numbers, we can get this. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, right, take this one, right. So, 22 into 6, 132. So, this number we get 132, right. You can add up all these things. So, likewise you can either add all the numbers in the column in a row, or you can add different manipulate these columns. So, you can do a lot. So, if we get more references, okay, so you can check some of these books, Linux in nutshell or the Overlays books and some of these websites, right. So, you can get more information. You can do with one liners, also you can write a program. So, you can combine the different lines, you can write a kind of programming, you can do loops, right, and you can make a program to run this programming in any Linux systems. So, what we discussed today? Awk programming. Awk is the pattern action statement. So, what are the main applications of awk? File handling, especially on the biological data. So, we discussed about the databases and the many servers and the output of several files. So, it is a bulk of data. For example, we take the UniProt, it has large information, we have a lot of information in UniProt. If you want to extract only particular information, right. So, either you need to open the file and you have to read properly, right. It is a very big file, you need to search the whole file. So, if you write a simple code and fetch only the information which you require, then easily you can understand the aspects what you want. Then for example, in the case of the protein data bank files, right. So, if you want to work on the C alpha coordinates, right, without looking into these files, just you give one command and you get the C alpha coordinates and use it for the further programming, right. Likewise, without editing these files, you can work on these files, right, efficiently you can do, and it can handle large data sets. Second aspect is mostly all these databases have uniform format, right. In this case, it is very easy to use awk programming, right, to handle all these files, because they are having the unified format for all these files, fine. So, we discuss various aspects, whether you can do the printing of any specific fields, or you can replace the files, or you can get any particular coordinates, or you can do any arithmetic operations, right, still many more you can do. So, if you read more details in specific references, so you will get more information and you can use awk, right, it is very powerful. So, in your calculations and kind of you will do the scripts for handling the programs and the databases. So, the next class I will discuss about some of the important problems in bioinformatics and how to deal with that, mainly the classification problems or the real value problems like solvent accessibility, right. Either we can have the two states buried or exposed, or you can exactly get the value of this acceptable surface area. Likewise, I will discuss about various applications and how to handle these type of problems, right, in bioinformatics. Thanks for your kind attention.